Natalie and I met during an internship. She was beautiful and had an amazing personality.
I thought Brett was so charming. We just clicked right away. Things were really great for a year.
Then I find out she's sexting my twin brother. So things ended.
I know I crossed the line with Brett's brother. It was unbelievably stupid and immature, but I want to make things right and get Brett back into my life.
Why would you send almost naked photos of yourself to my brother?
I honestly was just starting this crazy fitness journey. I was taking a lot of progress pictures, and you send those to people who you work out with, and I just sent it to him. It was just
to be honest.
What do you think is bull?
They were not gym selfies. They were of you naked. You weren't in fitness gear and you can see your boobs.
It started off as gym selfies, and your brother was encouraging it. There were texts being sent between the two of us, and then it just got racier.
Was he sending you full pictures or what? I don't...
He was taking shirtless selfies. He was sending me emojis drooling faces and hard eyes.
I don't even know what to say to that. That just pisses me off. I just feel like I got played, and it sucks that I didn't find out until a long time. So...
I know it was wrong. I know I up. But we never got together. It was just the photos. I was in a terrible place in my life when I started talking to your brother. And the attention and messages from Bryce made me feel good. And you weren't considering my feelings and a lot of other important things in our relationship.
How was I not considering your feelings? I don't understand where that's coming from.
You know I was in such a crappy place, and honestly, you weren't making me feel desirable or beautiful or cared for, and frankly, our sex life was so bad. Bottom line, I wasn't having orgasms.
I feel like you're blaming me for what you did, for what you were sending my brother.
It did cause it, but that doesn't mean that it's a good excuse, and I cannot believe how ugly of a side of me came out. I'm so sorry.
I just don't even know what to think. I do feel like I could have given you more attention, but I just feel like that is no reason to send inappropriate pictures to my twin. It's just really...
I'm sorry. And I should have been more considerate, and I should have thought through things. And I know it's going to be hard to trust me, but I can't stop thinking about how good things used to be, and I just want that so badly. You are so special to me, and I care about you so much. Will you give me a second chance?
I can't. Finding out what I found out, I just feel like it's been tainted since what happened.
I know, but if we work at it, I think it can be something even more...
It's just not the work that I'm willing to put in.
Maybe it's just me, but I get a more feminine beta vibe from that guy. A weak pushover aura. He could swing this way or swing that way, if you know what I mean. He's also talking with a lisp, if you really listen to him closely. But the man's brother, that is savage, man. I mean, you can't get any more dirtier than that. And it's his twin brother. Now, I don't know if they're fraternal or identical twins, but still a blood relative, a blood family member that she's quote unquote texting, and she says she never did anything with physically. We all know that's a lie, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But she's flirting with his own brother. And she had no remorse if she wouldn't have gotten caught, right? It sounded like, because the guy said, oh, they was going on for a long time and he found out, I don't know how, but that's crazy, man. Listen, you cannot trust women, and I'll explain why. Now, attention is the drug of choice, right? They need validation. I've said it in previous videos, and I'll say it in this one. Women want to be desired, not loved. It sounded like she was getting a good amount of quote unquote love from that guy and support, and it probably wasn't as much as she wanted, but he was, giving it to her. But she was like, man, I'm going on this weight loss journey. I'm on this fitness progress thing. So I want to feel desired. She even said, you want to make me feel desired. You want to make me feel beautiful. And this is why, guys, if you get with a woman that's not in shape, doesn't, view herself highly enough, or she's just really insecure, or, her body isn't intact and she's not really working out, I'm telling you, once she starts to get in shape, once she starts to get on that treadmill, she starts to lose those pounds. She starts to see, oh, I'm walking 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. She's really making progress. She's gonna think in her mind, man, this guy put up with me, my boyfriend, he dealt with me and I was looking like this and feeling like this. Now that I'm getting in shape, okay, let me act on my new body. Let me take advantage of how I look now. I've shedded 5, 10, 50, 20, 30, 40 pounds. My stomach has gotten flatter. My face has gotten slimmer. Okay, let me just see. And this is what hypergamy does. So guys, if you're dealing with a woman right now or in the near future, and she doesn't work out or get in the gym, and you say, come on, baby, hey, let's go to the gym. Let's get a gym membership. And you working out with her, and she's losing a little weight, I'm telling you, she's going to start looking around because she wants to see, what are my other options? This is just how women work, okay? She's not going to take any accountability. She's like, oh, well, he, kind of encouraged it. Really? He encouraged it. And it's crazy. I mean, you can't get mad at the brother necessarily. You can get mad at him, but at the same time, that's your woman. See, if a woman doesn't get the requisite amount of attention she feels that she deserves, I'm telling you, she's going to cheat. Attention is a woman's drug of choice. They need it, they crave it, especially if they're in a relationship and they're used to getting that a lot of attention and all these dudes in her DMs. And now she's in a relationship with you and she's committed to you. She's not going to get all that, right? She's not going to get as much. And she's going to want to know, how does that feel? I miss, getting guys, attention and dudes hit me up on Instagram and different social media platforms, dudes shooting a shot. I like my boyfriend, everything's cool, but things are kind of boring now. Women want to be desired. This is what they love, right? So if they're desired by another man, it makes them feel better. And she was like, okay, the sex was bad, it wasn't good. Really? You couldn't work on the sex? You couldn't say, hey, let's try to do this, let's try to do this. All right, let's try this in the bedroom. Let's try this position. Let's spice things up a little bit. But this is what happens when you deal with women. They're extremely selfish. They're solipsistic. Everything is about them. And she said her feelings. So however a woman feels, if she doesn't feel good, if she feels bad, if she starts to, look at herself and she says, I don't feel good about myself. And so I'm going to go talk to someone else so he can make me feel good. And here's the thing, when it comes to women cheating, it all starts emotionally, right? This is why it's so much worse when a woman cheats or flirts with a guy as opposed to a man cheating with another woman or flirting with her, because men do it purely on just physical. We just trying to smash, let's be honest. You like, oh man, she look good. But you ain't trying to, leave what you got at home. You probably got a good quality girlfriend or whatever the case may be, but you want to spice it up. So you end up smashing a chick or hopping on a dating app or hooking up with a chick. But that's it. They're in a monogamous relationship. And she's talking and texting and flirting, and it's going to build up. And when a woman cheats, it always starts with emotionally, right? She's going to see a guy who's attractive. They just start texting and everything like that. And then she's going to start to get a little close to him, build an attachment to him. Then they're going to have sex. This is why, if you notice, when a woman cheats, right, she's having sex with a dude who's married in a relationship, what usually happens? If the guy doesn't want to leave his girlfriend or wife, she's going to get real mad. She's going to get in emotion. She's going to get in her feelings because she's like, man, I gave my body to this guy. I did this for this guy. I talked, I built an attachment, I built a connection. So why isn't he not leaving what he has at home? As opposed to a man, he's like, I already got this, connection with my woman at home and everything. And like I said, we're just hooking up. So what happens is a woman starts to try to, get you fired, key your car, expose you, threaten you if you don't leave your girlfriend or wife. We all seen that before, right? Plenty of times. But this is what happens when women cheat. They can't keep things, just sex and that's it. It's always something else. They always want something more. They always want you to do this for them and take them a little more serious. This is why a woman cheating, it's like grounds for termination, especially with his family member. And she's like, oh, we didn't get physical. Really? You honestly think they didn't get physical or get sexual? I mean, he looks just like his brother, so it's kind of like, you know, a win-win for her. It doesn't feel like cheating. This is what she probably thinks. They look alike, and so if I'm having sex with his brother, it's, you know, kind of the same ordeal. It doesn't feel like, you know, it's not that bad. And here's the thing, I guarantee you she's talking and texting other guys. If she's gonna do that with his brother, why would she do that with a stranger? It's crazy. They came out of the same wound, maybe a minute, 2, 3, 4 minutes apart, a day apart, however long. But this is what women do. Attention is their drug of choice. If they're not getting enough of it, as they say, or they make the excuse, oh, you didn't make me feel good enough. That's what most women do when they cheat. You didn't make me feel desired. I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel sexy, and he did. Well, here's the thing. How can a guy does that, you know, you guys are together how can he make you feel sexy if you don't talk? If you don't communicate, if you don't say, hey, you know, you should try this, or you do this and that, or whatever. Women rarely, if ever, communicate their quote unquote feelings, right? Because they just expect you as the man to just get them. So if you don't get the hint or understand them, or they're feeling down or feeling however which way, then they're gonna be like, okay, then he doesn't take me in consideration. So let me go talk to this guy. Let me go cheat. Let me go do this. It's crazy. But this is what happens when women are insecure, number one, and they need attention all the time, and they need validation, right? Just think about it. As a man, you're going out to work, you're grinding, you're building, you're doing these different things. And on top of that, you're in a relationship with a woman or might be married, and you know, you have to really tend to her. That's like a second job, a relationship. That's why a lot of guys are, you know, choosing to remain single, because a relationship, you gotta talk, you gotta text, you gotta do all this and that. You're trying to work on a portfolio, you're trying to build, you're trying to make money, you're trying to invest, you're trying to do things that are actually gonna have a ROI, or return on your investment. For the most part, I'm not saying all the time, when you're dealing with a woman, the ROI is extremely low, right? You put in a lot of effort, a lot of work, and a lot of times you're just getting a little bit of companionship, a little bit of sex. So it's, you know, unfortunate that this type of stuff happens, but it happens more often than you think. Women are just extremely sneaky when it comes to emotionally and physically cheating.